Leah says that she has to take a fucking sabbatical. She can't see patients. This is the worst thing that Madison could hear, but I love that her fiance Chelsea was right there with the pieces.
Yeah,
I think it is because it got so serious. And I think like reality hit him like, oh shit, what am I doing? I am not over my ex-wife.
Even if Nicole Dupree just want to play with you,
right?
Once you play there, you hope you stick around.
As dedicated of a nurse as she is, as much as she loves being a nurse, like you're risking it for some guy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I hate to say it, gatekeepers. I think Leslie's gonna be one of those people that is like, where she's never gonna get her just due. She's gonna be one of those soap opera villains 10 years from now that's gonna be like, oh.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Loving Them Gates, a Beyond the Gates weekly podcast where Brian H. Butters and Queen P.R. dissects the latest episodes of the new hit show Beyond the Gates. We'll break down all the plot twists, character arcs, and iconic moments with our unique perspectives and a whole lot of love.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Loving Them Gates.
How you feeling?
I feel so good.
First of all, we only got like 3 episodes.
I know.
And so
thank you, soccer.
Look, they need real sports, first of all. Baseball. Shout out to the Orioles. I mean, they lost. We're recording Friday. We getting early so that people can get the content during the week. But, they lost to a team in New York.
But you know what New York team did not lose recently?
Well, clearly they're Yankees, but also, the Knicks.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Shout out to New York. If there are any gatekeepers that are from New York that tune into the show, I would love you to leave some love in the comments because also we got the WNBA season starting soon. Mm-hmm. So my Liberty are coming back. Hey, Ellie. So real quick, before we get into the show, because we did mention some of our favorite sports teams. We just came back from WrestleMania.
The influence of the Gates.
Oh my God.
You didn't even know. That's the cascade. I was like, let me see if she knows how to put this on set.
Of course. Oh my God, that is so funny. So
I was going to do the top parts, but I couldn't sneak that over.
Yes.
Because you would have known.
Yep.
But I was like,
I was so
you was taking your notes, and I was like,
okay, so we find the product placement on Beyond the Gates to be
genius,
so genius and so comical, like in a great way. So I love that you're using that cascade. We be using our Tide Pods, and best believe Febreze definitely be sprayed up in our houses,
mm-hmm.
for sure. But I did want to just bring up Fanatics though.
Okay.
Because, like I said, the NBA season is about to start. We got the World Cup. We've got baseball season.
Fanatics Fest.
The playoffs, Fanatics Fest. So if you are big into sports or like a sports girly like me, who, welcomes their, significant other into, the world.
Just keep going. Yeah,
you're going to want to get your latest merch from Fanatics. And now, all of these brands that they're like collaborating with, like you can really get some fire. Like this throwback Knicks logo, like you can get some fire sports merch. So make sure you check out Fanatics. But speaking of the Gates, because we only had 3 episodes, but I will say, anytime we have a short week of episodes,
they hit heavy.
They hit good. They hit good. So what do you want to start with? Because should I just go into it?
Well, somebody was feeling nostalgic and they wanted to be doing some hitting. And that's my man Ted. Now I'm conflicted. I'm so conflicted because, I feel a special connection to Ted and Shanice because I called it. I said these two are going to be a great
I remember the moment and I was like,
we sit right here. Yeah.
Never seen it coming. And
but now it's getting a little rocky for them to, Ted not acting like he into it, and it's also so obvious before. And I hate the fact that he's kind of treating her like the new thing. Like it seemed like he treated her like, the
novelty sort of world.
Yeah,
I think it's because it got so serious, and I think like reality hit him like, oh shit, what am I doing? I am not over my ex-wife.
Yeah, but she was being nice after he gave her them dumbass gifts. Like she should have been left. the bird feeder, wanted to take her camping, and she was still with all that. Introduce her to her aunt. And then now he trying to like second guess. But that is a beautiful woman.
She also, the glow up between Nicole and Ted's characters and stuff, since, because, we're a year into their anniversary, or a year since their anniversary. We all know, like, anniversary party, shit blew up. So everyone in the family was kind of like, including Nicole and Ted, were anticipating the year, coming up and just like revisiting everything. And I think we talked about this a lot on the show, but like Nicole and Ted were happy before all of this. And, if the past from 20 plus years prior didn't come up, they would still be happily married and
hashtag couple goals. The happiest couple outside of Vernon
until this day.
And Anita. Nicole, Naomi and Jacob were newlyweds, so, but they hadn't, they had the adversity when he had to put her mother in handcuffs.
He's just doing it.
But Ted and Nicole, they was, clearly after last week, we know. Now, we don't do it, but, couple goals. You should probably stay away from that. All of them make the stallion.
That's usually where you get into some trouble, because every relationship is different.
But they was couple we goals did say
they were, and I will never get over it, because Carlton made a message in the video when they did the video during the anniversary party where everyone was talking about, oh my God, they were the perfect couple. They were this, they were that. But in the past, when we talked about Nicole and Ted's journey, like, time heals a lot of wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you just need some time and space. And now the more that I'm talking about it, like the more I'm like, Shanice was definitely a rebound. Sorry, girl.
She was. I mean, no matter what, she was going to be one, right? You can make the argument that sometimes that first, if it's taken away, if you decide to leave, you're in control of the situation. So I'm not going to call Carlton and Kial rebounds, because Nicole was in control of the situation. Yeah. But in Shanice's factor, Ted was like, well, okay, look at
elevator.
The
OG gatekeepers, y'all know about that elevator at Garland Hospital is bad news.
Between the elevator, or walking around them scrubs.
She a baddie.
And she's probably smelling like every bit of beautiful black woman.
She about to get her heart broken.
No, I think she's gonna jump in control of the situation. Shanice
and break up with Ted.
Oh yeah, she's gonna make him feel
because not only does she have to deal with the threat of Nicole, but then she also walks in on Ted in a very intimate situation with Leslie. And this is my thing that has always been the case with fucking Ted, and why I fucking call him a bozo to this fucking day, is because the things that he said, like, that kind of saying where it's just like everything doesn't need to be said. And like Ted says things in situations with people where it's just like, you didn't need to say that. And Ted with Shanice in a lot of situations, the way he talked about Leslie, like, why are you telling, even if it's true, why are you telling your current girlfriend that your ex-girlfriend that doesn't like her, has beef with her, that you witnessed disrespect her in person earlier that day? Why are you telling me that you have a soft spot for her? You might, it might be your fault that she's crazy, so he gives her grace. Why are you telling your current girlfriend that when not only is she threatened by Leslie and the craziness of that, but she's already threatened by your ex-wife who works at the hospital, who's also fucking Nicole Dupree? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, Ted, like, what's your end game here? Which makes me think that maybe he's kind of over Shanice, but then we've also seen him move stupid with Nicole too, who he did want to get back with. Okay, so I do have a question for gatekeepers, because we talk about it though, but I want to know from our gatekeepers, is Leslie always just going to be Ted's kryptonite? Because he can never seem to give them enough distance and space. Mm-hmm. Why are you letting Leslie get comfortable enough to come into your office, sit on your desk, hold your hand, and then get this close to you to where your girlfriend can even walk in?
Right.
what are we doing?
That's the thing right there. You know, I don't understand, but like you said, he moves different. Because even when we watch him talk to Nicole, and they having this sentimental conversation.
Yep.
And we sitting there, we was like, ooh.
It felt nice.
And then you could just see like Nicole starting to get comfortable and the body movement, right? Where she started moving closer to him. And then you could see her arms. She had the arms out. Mm-hmm. She had like lipstick on.
She looked great.
She looked like, and then she came to him.
That hug.
And then, but before we get to the hug,
you're right.
Then this mother brings up Carlton.
Right.
Now,
exactly.
He brought it full circle, but why are you mentioning another man? Because deep down inside, we know he still loves us. And I hate the fact I don't know what him and Shanice are. Like, I don't.
And I think that's where they are now. Like, and I think he's using that opening, like that one opening that caused some friction where she thought that he said that he loved her.
But if she's not his official girlfriend.
But he's using that as a way to be like, oh, maybe I don't know what I want now. Oh, you know.
That's true. But that also,
backing away.
That also doesn't make him.
No.
If he goes home with Nicole.
Maybe there's a reason why he's never gotten in a fucking apartment.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think we've said that. Like, he's been holding out hope. Because that didn't even Eva say, like, Dad, come on, you need to get your own. Why you wrote?
Because you did not have to say Dad. Like,
that's
I don't know.
Daddy.
I know.
And as my mother would say, if we was watching one of the topics, this is your daddy. That is your daddy. That's her daddy.
You're right.
But like, all he had to do was just he would have, you know. Even Martin walked in, and Martin was like, kind of like,
"Ooh, I cannot wait to see the fallout of that."
I can't wait to see, yeah, because those two, we don't. And this is the thing, and obviously it's done by design. I don't like the fact we don't see them two engage with each other.
Right.
You know, because like, yo, that's your daddy.
But you know, when you have a big family like that too, where like Martin is very blessed to have a village.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you especially once you get older and you start to like get into like what your life course is, you kind of like gravitate towards different people. And as much as like I really still believe that Martin should have just been the one son of the Duprees, but I mean, him and Martin have the relationship that they have, and Martin and Vernon have the relationship that they have.
What if Martin?
You know?
I thought about this a few weeks, like maybe in the middle of the week sometime. Honestly, I was probably watching her. What if Martin isn't even Ted's son?
Oh yeah, we've discussed those possibilities.
And I thought about it, like, what if they bring maybe somebody else?
Wait, so you thinking Nicole cheated?
You never know. Maybe we don't know. I mean, I don't think that's going to be it, but like, there's just an emotional disconnect.
It really is. There's a distance there, and we could also attribute it to the fact that the divorce. You know, like Martin could have maybe emotionally chose his mom's side and just like never really, like, you know, when you have a rift with a family member and it like takes you a minute to like get back to where y'all got back to, like it could be like one of those situations,
and that's natural,
right?
You know, that's natural, but I don't know.
There's a distance. Gatekeepers, let us know what you think, because I do feel that way, and I have felt that way since the start, honestly. Yeah. But I do want to talk about, you know, just on the Ted and Nicole thread, and the anniversary of the anniversary party, and the bomb. I'm gonna just call it the bomb for this episode because it really was a bomb that fucking hit the Richardson family.
Eva finally understood. Yeah, I understand.
Well, she's always kind of sympathized with the fact that she broke up Nicole and Ted because she became a fan of Nicole and Ted working with them because, again, #couple goals. But I do think it was really sweet that the kids, because, you know, of course, divorce hits kids the hardest almost. And good thing that they're like grown ass adults. But we all know Kat has been struggling since this divorce.
Yes, she has.
To this day, if we really being real. But it was very heartwarming to see the kids getting together and worrying about their parents, reminiscing about this, like, not reminiscing, but thinking back at this horrible thing that happened to their family, just for their parents to be like getting along. And you know, and like being close, and them reminiscing about the good times and the intimacy that was felt between them, you know. And you know, just as someone whose parents did break up, like the first time I was with my parents in the same room and them actually enjoying each other's company was like the best feeling. So it's like, oh, I can only imagine how they feel, especially because, you know, it's been a struggle, and it's been also a public embarrassment. Yeah. You know, like not only is the family going through this entire thing, but it's fucking public.
What if I still go back to that night though? What if Leslie the fire? Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they would have been if Leslie didn't do what she did, we would like they would have been back together. Like we would have been. Yes. Okay. Because then wait, was that before or after he slept with Leslie? Because I feel like sleeping with Leslie was just,
I feel like that was before. Yeah, that was before.
But yeah, I think Kat also is still stuck on Eva. Yeah. Move on, girl. Like, come on, we thought you moved on. Everybody Martin was like, what the fuck, girl? Like, we still here? Like, I thought we all moved. I bet you everyone was so relieved when they saw Eva at that fucking shit. And then just to see, like, girl, you still salty?
Eva was being so nice. You know, she's
still being nice.
Yeah, she flashed those brown eyes and she was like, you know, Kat. It was like, you know, Kat, I hope everything's good and I'm happy your grandma as well. And, you know, but then what do Kat do? She had to go flirt with Isaiah. And that was just like, let me just show you what I can do. And Isaiah, you know.
How many times has Kat walked in on fucking Eva and her boyfriend's face? Multiple times.
But they don't be flirting. They be talking about books. But you see, I mean, Isaiah reading books. We didn't get them this week.
We did not get them.
Not Isaiah.
We got to see Eva though. Yeah. I was like, we haven't seen Eva in a while. But she, you know, she had an
popped up on the screen literally when she said that.
But she had an interesting conversation with Ted as well. But yeah, so it was interesting, like also seeing like Ted getting filled in on what Martin was up to, like from the mom. So it's like, oh, well, when I seen him at Kat's party, I was like, damn, so you only see us on the.
But one thing about Nicole, cow, like, see, I'm sorry, Nicole's not that type of woman. She is. I don't want to use this word, but I'm gonna have to. She's a high value woman. You don't just play with Nicole Dupree. Even if Nicole Dupree just want to play with you. Right. Once you play there, you hope you stick around just like, I need to stay just in case when she done playing, she still want to play with me. Right. Like, as your words, in the words of Queen PR, the 4 words you love to say, look at the material.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And this is why I think after a while, especially because Carlton and Kial, they've been wanting to play basketball. They've been wanting to, like, you know, whatever. And I think their competition for her at some point is going to cross a line. And that's when she's going to say, like, okay, I think I'm done with this.
Especially if Ted's single.
Is she going to go back to her old thing? Also, I gotta say, Ted, I don't know if it's like the placebo effect, because I'm like so into Nicole and Ted that now I'm looking at Ted like, ooh, those suits. I'm like, ooh, oh my god, okay. Never looked at Ted that way because he's a bozo. But
you looked at the old Ted that way. That's why you can't. I never looked at the old Ted. Lies people tell.
I looked at the old Ted like a snack. No.
Briefly, because he wasn't also a bozo. He was a good man.
But I never was like,
not that deep. But you was like, he meets this criteria.
So I wasn't like, but I was like,
yeah, you was 7 out of 10.
Okay, so one person I have been really, really into lately, if you're okay with moving on to.
Oh, I thought you was about to say if I'm okay with you talking about it. Like, we've been doing that the whole time.
Oh, no.
You see what I
see, you know me so well.
They're fake. It doesn't matter.
They're characters.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're fake.
They're
No, people look.
Okay, so
we just came from Vegas, and people been calling it something that we love fake. TV shows are fake.
Yes, and they're just characters. But I will say that the very real actors that play these characters have been showing mad love to Loving Them Gates on social media. So shout out to that wonderful cast and crew. So
yeah, because so when she always be going at Sean Freeman.
How you know I was gonna bring him up?
Well, I should say it because we're talking about the fake versions. When you be going at Andre and Randy, it's not at Sean and Maurice. It's the characters. But it's still fun.
It's still so fun.
Look, I before you move on, I think I forgot which one on Facebook. I just drew a blank. But they said something. And I said, yeah, it might have been Sean Freeman. He said such and such. We've been taping. And I can't wait for y'all. And I said, and we can't wait to talk about it and rip it apart on Loving Them Gates. And they gave it the like, you know, gave the proverbial like.
We'll take it.
Shout out to also, before we get there, shout out to Madison. You know, shout out to the homie. Yeah, the homie Miracle be making all the cool clips and stuff.
Yes, we love all the Chelsea and Madison love. We understand how significant them as a couple is on Beyond the Gate, so we will always support them. And we also have put them in the column of couples we hope stay together. I think that's the one couple that we agree on that we hope just like
you just can see. Here you go, coming up with ideas. Because I said something on Breaking Through Glass.
No, I said I want them to stay together.
No. I said you coming up with ideas. Because I said something on Breaking Through Glass Sales. Maybe it was honestly might have been a deep dive on Chelsea and Madison's relationship. But I said, as you're talking, I'm like, maybe we need to do like a little sheet and be like, okay, couples that we think will stay together, and we'll give it to the gatekeepers at this point in time. Like, okay, forever, maybe, or a comeback. Damn, you just breaking them up. Let them. Can they break up first? Like, I gotta, like, that's just traumatic for me.
No, but that's what I'm trying to ease you into, and it inevitably happens because we over here are rooting for Nicole and Ted Richards.
They might bring somebody else. Well, they've been talking about crossover. I mean, I don't see this happening because she just got back on the show. They brought Vivica Fox over. She's a doctor on.
That would be a game. Come on, maybe. Come on, there's a lot of shit going on in that hospital.
Yeah, we be.
All right, so we got to move on though.
Yeah.
So let's talk Andre and Danny really quickly because Bill, missing that old thing. So he's 100% missing his old family.
I think we need to start keeping a counter. Like, how many months it's been? I feel like since October.
Bill's been on.
Yeah, since
October. I would say since the kidnapping. So whenever Chelsea got kidnapped, which she fucking mentioned casually in a conversation with Madison.
I mean, they was boxing, babe.
And I was just like, but like, it was just funny because she said it like so common, like it happens to everyone. Like, because you know, like when I got kidnapped, and it's like, wait, bitch, that's not something that happens to everyone. But so let's talk about them really quick. Since we already brought up Chelsea and Madison. So Madison is still suffering from this fucking lawsuit.
Yeah.
Leah said that she has to take a fucking sabbatical. She can't see patients. This is the worst thing that Madison could hear, but I love that her fiance Chelsea was right there to pick up the pieces and was like, come to the country club. I'm going to teach you how to release some stress. I'm going to teach you how to, like, you know.
This is what makes you fall in love with them. The way they have each other's back. You know what I mean? We fell in love with Madison the way she was when Chelsea was kidnapped. And even understand everything with Allison. You know, we got irritated as a community with Madison when she wasn't trying to let Chelsea have fun with her drugs. It was like, Madison, just listen to her. It was like, you know, and then because it felt like, oh, she about to be judgmental. But they had a conversation. They got through that. Like, it's been fun to watch this relationship grow. But I love Chelsea. I love Chelsea and Madison having it out, boxing. You know what I mean?
And also, anyone that has hit the bag, that is a very great stress reliever.
That shit hurts.
It is like, not me, but
it hurts. Hitting somebody in the face hurts. It's just that
but
when you hit them, your momentum.
The action of it.
Yeah, but you gotta hit that bag right, because if you don't, you can break your fist.
Or you can hit someone. You'll feel even better. I'm just kidding. But I really need them to get that together because I need Madison to be able to do like what she gotta do.
Madison looked like poor thing.
She was like, I've never done a push before.
And you can, because she's probably an only child. Respectful.
But she's a nerd. Her mom's crazy, clearly.
Yeah, but she's respectful. She wouldn't have thought to throw a punch at her mother.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, like, her mom's not like teaching her how to fight. Like my dad taught me how to fight. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, you know?
Yeah. So like, and I'm sitting there, and like Chelsea said, her dad taught her because she was a model, which makes sense. Like she needed to learn how to. Oh, facts. You know what I mean? And I mean,
you know what just reminded me? Didn't when Chelsea got kidnapped, didn't she have a flashback of her father teaching her how to fight?
Yeah, that was in one of the flashbacks.
Yes,
and then he was like, you gotta do, you know what to do, girl. She was already locked in.
Yeah. So she got kidnapped.
Poor thing.
I do want to see a resurgence of Allison because we've been loving the callbacks to like the early story.
Mm-hmm. But again, like we said, it's a case, so it takes a while, you know. And then, mind you, she probably got like some more punishment for crashing alive. Like she took,
that was
Jacob's phone.
Yep.
So yeah, but Madison's mother, man, she is as my peoples used to say back in the day, and I know you about to say, "Ooh, man, she is a humdinger."
That word speaks for itself.
It's like she is though. Yeah. Like why? Like, and this done spiral, and then that damn Leah. Like, first of all, I don't like saying women need to get clipped, so I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not.
Some do though, especially on this show.
You have the license to say that. What I'm going to say is Leah needs to get checked.
She does.
Like the way
like
look how she was talking to Ashley.
But she's been had Ashley. I don't know if it's because of her connection with Grayson.
Oh, 1,000%.
But like she's making sure Grayson knows you care about someone here. Which is also like, Grayson, that was dumb. Because if I had everything I had going on at the hospital, at my job, as Grayson does, I'm not dating people. Like, that's too much. Like, it's too much.
All right, I'm going to give Ashley credit before we go to the break as a teaser. High value woman. She's not. No, because I'll be disrespecting professions. What I'll say is, by her being a nurse, by her being caring, he fell.
But remember, everyone was trying to get with Grayson. That was like the whole thing was that, well, you actually got a date with him because but that goes to your point though, because she was able to like be like, no, and then Ashley comes on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Grayson, I don't know, man.
More on that when we come back. Here's a word. Why you should subscribe to the show.
Hey, gatekeepers. Make sure you subscribe to Six Heart Media YouTube channel because we have a lot of fun Beyond the Gates content coming for you, and we recap every single week. All right, tune back in.
So Grayson, I gotta say, he was probably having the worst time on the show to anyone. Like, it used to be like Derek, because we thought he like couldn't walk at one point and he can't be a fighter anymore. But like, Grayson got poked up by a scalpel. Had to come to work the next day.
Yeah. Because
he was afraid of what fucking Leah was gonna do. Mm-hmm. He almost died in Ashley's bathroom.
Oh.
You know, like when her mom came over.
Yeah. And
like, he still is wrapped up into this even more so. He has to still make drops in the elevator with Rashad or whatever the fuck his name is. He has to still lie to Ashley. Because I'm down for that life. Yeah. Grayson is going through it, and I will not be surprised if he does not survive this.
You're right. I mean,
it's rough.
Somebody gotta die. I hope not, but it do feel like, I mean, if you're going to kill somebody, I hope they kill Matthew, right? I think that's his name. The guy that was in the room. The hospital bed. And they saved him.
Oh, the one that already got...
Yeah. Yeah, like, get rid of him. Don't get rid of him. I don't think Grayson should go.
No,
I need to see Grayson and Derek throw them hands.
Yeah, Grayson is growing on me. For sure. But yeah, something is definitely gonna hit the fan. Like now that Ashley's kind of like all in now. Mm-hmm. Like she knows. And I am very disappointed to see Ashley now like risking her nursing license, her nursing career, stealing meds for Grayson. Like this is and you know what's so unfortunate because Ashley, in all intents and purposes, she is a new nurse.
She is.
In her career. Yeah. Like she's new in her nurse career.
But you're right, yeah.
To be doing what she's doing?
Yeah.
As dedicated of a nurse as she is, as much as she loves being a nurse, like you're risking it for some guy. And I'm only saying some guy because I know her and Grayson have a connection, but like, is this man, right, worth that risk? But we talked about this before, Ashley's character. She's so innately a nurse and caring that she almost can't help it. It's like once Grayson was like, I have a sick mom, she was locked in.
She deserves better. And I'm concerned about who's following her. I mean, obviously we would think it's Leah, but it could be somebody else. It could be the other dude, which I hope not. But this is why Jacob was adamant. You know what I mean? Jacob, that's his wife's best friend. And that's what you do. You look at your wife's best friend and you make sure I'm sorry.
I can't. That photo.
That's
like,
just,
is it bad that I think everything is
no, but you.
That's hilarious.
I might keep this in case I keep it in. We looking at SmackDown's on and some crazy stuff happened. It might not be in the show. We'll see. But Ashley Grayson is taking advantage of her. And and Jacob saw this. This is why he didn't want her involved. And when you just deal with your wife's best friend, it's one of those things like because you know how much your wife cares about her. Now, I know the internet. I don't know if you've seen it, but I'm going to bring it to the table. The internet be saying stuff like, man, when is Ashley and Naomi going to hook up?
Oh, wait, we have talked about this. And but I say no just because it's like.
So, like, why?
I think also Naomi needs friends. She's going through a lot right now. Like, I'm glad she's able to lean on her sister, Chelsea.
The way she looked at her dad.
Oh my God.
She looked at him like, no.
Yeah. So, like, just to close out the whole, like, Ashley, Grayson situation, and even just Jacob, like, just seeing from the coming attractions, like, I think shit is about to really hit the fan.
Yeah.
Like, something is gonna blow in this case, whether it's more violence or someone else getting caught or Ashley finding out the truth or maybe Naomi finding out the truth. Smitty, like, something is gonna hit the fan. And I would love to know from you gatekeepers, like, how do you see the situation playing out? Because it's not going to end well for so many people. And again, I just hate to see Ashley compromising her values for this random guy. Because we also don't know, like, if he's lying. Like, he could really still be playing a role right now. Like, we haven't
seen the mother.
We have not seen the mom.
And people are saying it's Leah.
I have loved that rumor since, like, day one. So I'm so here for that.
I love the gatekeeper community.
Yes.
I be wanting to tweet all the time, but it's like I be waiting until we watch the show and then sometimes the phone be away. Yeah. Like today when we watched, back to backs, my phone wasn't near, so I didn't really get a chance to engage. But I'll definitely probably be engaging during the weekend.
Yeah, because I feel like this is going to be a fun week to go into. So let's go into Hayley real quick because Hayley was definitely going to let Bill choke on that fucking random ass food that she bought him. And Naomi walked in and was like, what the fuck is going on here? So she slipped in there. But what's going to be really interesting in this whole mess because, Joey Armstrong, one of my favorite characters, of course, but he is really involved in everything messy to a certain extent. Because I was like thinking about Hayley. I'm thinking about the mess that she's in. I'm thinking about Joey Armstrong. Then I'm thinking about Martin and Smitty and the security, and Joey Armstrong is in the midst of that. then Vernon has to come and like basically press Joey, and he's in the middle of that, and that's all while Vanessa is trying to get everybody to fall in love with him. Like, it's so like, what are we doing here? But I do see also that hitting the fan soon, because it's just it's messy right now. The crime underbelly of Fairmont Crest is messy. You got Lynette is missing. You got Joey and Bill now suspicious of Hayley. Randy, Danny is now involved in this, and now her ears are perked up. Kat's ears been perked up. Tomas is investigating.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the like in our notes we put that the walls were closing in on Jacob and Smitty right now, but like they're also closing in on Hayley in that whole situation.
I think we're gonna have a big blow up as we head into the summer, and then the fallout will be, you know, what happens, man. And you see like how unhappy Bill is, especially when he be looking at
that old thing.
Yeah, but you know, it's like Hayley, he don't even know what Hayley has planned for him. That's the sad part, and that's the hard part about not. Like, you want to root for him, but then it's like, nah, man, I remember how you was talking spicy to Vernon last year.
And that's one thing you're not going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk spicy with Vernon Dupree. But shout out to Anita, who's now also feeling strong again. Able to like confront Leslie. She said, hold on, Shanice, I know you can handle her, but I'm going to handle her because I'm strong enough to handle her. But the thing is with Leslie, which I don't like just from just because she's the villain perspective, but also is good for her, is she's always going to have a one-up on Anita because of what happened to her mother. Mm-hmm. And like, once you put out that mother line, like, and it happened with their confrontation where Anita talked about how she was raised. And once you bring that up, you give Leslie that opening to say, well, like, I didn't get to know my mom, because she can say that whatever Anita did caused da-da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. So like when Chelsea, who shout out to her, also pressed Leslie this week, was basically like, why are you so antagonistic with my family and this and that? And like, sadly, Leslie now she can be self-righteous about this simply because of what happened to her mom was a tragedy. Mm-hmm. You know, the Ted stuff is like, okay, girl, that was never your man. But like, the mom stuff is real shit.
Yeah, you hit that right on the head, but she's still annoying. She's still annoying. Like, what are we doing here? Like, go away. Mama!
I'm ready for Leslie to get what's coming to her and or Hayley at some point. Just because now we are going back.
Who gets first?
To a year of the shenanigans.
Yeah.
Somebody got to get.
Who gets got first?
Hayley.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I hate to say it, gatekeepers. I think Leslie's going to be one of those people that is like, she's never going to get her just due. She's going to be one of those soap opera villains 10 years from now that's going to be like, oh, that bitch, she never got what was coming.
She's going to be the loophole villain. The loophole master.
But yeah, so this was, even though there weren't a lot of episodes, they did hit on a lot. One thing that was interesting was the dynamic between the siblings, because now we have Samantha, who is like, okay, are you guys being hypocrites? Because she caught her, because her brother was caught with his girlfriend in his room. And honestly, I will say they weren't even caught. Like, they just voluntarily was just like, yeah, whatever happened. But how do you feel about that situation? Because it was a good point. Like, he's about to go to college. Like, that's been his long-term girlfriend. They admitted to it. They apologized. You know, Samantha was in the living room. She's younger, in the living room, condom wrapper, half naked, with her basically like fuckboy. Like, and I say as in like, he was not a good guy. It wasn't like that was her long-term boyfriend. That's what he said.
He was just a notch on the belt. I honestly don't think Terrell should have been punished because of the fact, like, they recognized the wrong that they were doing and said, you know what? Nah, let's stop. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, mainly her, but still. But I understand where Samantha's coming from.
And she already feels alienated because she's the only girl.
Exactly. But, this was also the time where Smitty didn't care what was going on. Like, he's like, okay, yeah, all right, so.
He's worried about that case.
You worried about the case. Martin worried about running for Senate. I mean, shoot, god dang, Terrell, if it was a time for for you and Jessica to get it in. This was the time. Nobody wouldn't have cared. Like,
and I also appreciate how it was like right after she was like, yeah, I'm considering going to college over in California. He was like, oh, let's go. He gonna get some before they separate.
Where do you think she goes to college?
Where? Well, I think, of course, she's gonna end up at Benedict.
You think she gonna stay? Okay.
I see her staying.
Yeah.
I just know I need this cotillion to be over with because I'm so sick of her self-righteous behavior.
Well, we're in May, finally. Yeah. And that's what I believe we saw, like, it would be in May. I think that's May is cotillion. You would know more than me. I know.
I have some cotillions have passed, but this is the season.
Yeah, okay.
This season.
Hey, yo. So that's what's going to make this interesting. But
what are you excited for?
Woo!
Because next week is getting spicy.
I'm interested to see what happens with Ted and Nicole.
Me too.
Because
I'm so into this.
I saw the way Nicole was all over top of Carlton. And I'm like, that looked like I need to get over this thing that I'm about to do. So you come, that's like, because remember the last time it wasn't great between them two. You know what I mean? Yep. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Me too. I'm also interested in Kat and Tomas. Also, I've been loving that Tomas is back in with Bill. And he's been like dressing better. Like he has a different swag about him.
He's really digging deep into
and
this case.
And this is the most I've ever been into Tomas because it's more from just like his career as a lawyer as opposed to just like a fuckboy that I think Kat just deserves way better than him. So I'm keen to see where that goes as well. And I want to see Isaiah and stuff next week. I'm excited for a full week of Gates. It never feels right when we don't have 5 episodes to like dive into, but these episodes were so good. Like things are just getting better and better and better, and I'm so excited for it.
Me too.
All right. On that note, I will remind everyone that we are selling Lovin' Them Gates mugs and stickers, so please hit that link below the video and support. We also would love if you followed us on Instagram and our Facebook page and just share the love of Beyond the Gates. So on that note, we will catch you next week.
All right.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Lovin' Them Gates. You can join Brian H. Waters and I every week for recap episodes, spotlight episodes, and fun Lovin' Them Gates content.